Welcome back to North of the Broad. Sherry Halphen has joined us now. She is the VITA program coordinator for VITA, which stands for Volunteer Tax Assistance Program. And it's good to see you again. I can't believe we're moving into tax season again.
We are. We're getting closer.
Yes.
But before I can get started with VITA, I need to talk a little bit about getting some volunteers.
Yes. So talk a little bit about what the kind of volunteer you need.
Sure. For VITA, just so you know, and I think we've talked before, the Volunteer Income Tax Assistant Program, we have volunteers that provide tax services to those in Jasper and Beaufort County, and we have 10 different locations. We're adding a few more sites and opportunities, but we're looking for volunteers to help prepare the taxes. Okay. Also to work on site to help as greeters. They don't have to be tax certified.
Right. And so if someone wants to volunteer, how do they just find you on your website and that sort of thing, or just call?
Yes, they can call or go on the website.
Okay, perfect.
Once you, there's a form that you fill out online.
Okay, perfect.
You can state the dates and times that you're available, and then we'll kind of fill you in based on the locations and where it's convenient for you. Okay. And what we're asking for is just people that are interested in making a difference in the community and helping those that can't or need help with their taxes.
And you do some education and training for the folks, so you don't have to worry about that. So volunteers are needed to help folks with their taxes. And we're really excited. You have a new kind of initiative that's going to be February 18th and March 18th, 2 events, 2 Saturdays, 2 to 7, where you're going to reach out to the full community. You will have interpreters there for folks to have their taxes done, right? And meet other resources.
Yes, we're looking forward to partnering with some of our agencies and other agencies in the area to be able to have services on hand that they can ask and have questions answered if they need help. And then we will have the interpreters like you mentioned, and those are meant to be there for to help if someone needs it. For us, the location in February is going to be in Bluffton at the Oscar Fraser Park at the Rotary Community Center. And then in March, we're going to do Hardyville at the Hardyville Recreation Center.
Very good. And what would be some of those partners or resources that you might have there for the folks?
Probably anything within that'll help with any of the basic needs. So health, it might be like pesos. We also talked about partnering with the Lowcountry Immigration Council and the Lowcountry Legal Volunteers.
Yeah, very good. And so you need volunteers. We're looking at those 2 events. And then as you continue with your work, you'll have different locations where folks will be able to get their taxes done. And are they mostly libraries?
They are. Most of them are in the libraries in Beaufort and Jasper. Right now, we'll be at the Hardyville and the Ridgeland libraries. The Ridgeland library is going to be going under some transformations here soon. So we'll see how if the location changes. But then also you have Bluffton Library, Beaufort Library, Labico and St. Helena. And then on the island, we're looking for volunteers. We'd like to open the Hilton Head, but I need to have more volunteers before I can. But we do have Depot Project. They do offer taxes, and they have places for that we can use other volunteers. The hardest thing for me is when you have the volunteers and you wind up having to turn the clients away because you don't have enough to finish for that day.
Right.
So if we just get a few more on board, anybody that's interested in learning to prepare taxes or has experience in taxes, we're just asking for 4 hours a day, 4 hours, 1 day a week.
4 hours, 1 day a week
during the tax season.
During the tax season, and what months are those?
So it's pretty much February through mid-April.
February through mid-April.
It's not a long time, but it's just we're able to help so many people. Last year we saved over about $500,000 in tax fees for people that would have to pay on average. So it's a nice way for us to give back to the community and keep the money in their pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. Instead of going to the government. Thank you, Sherry, for being with us again.
Yes.
And we'll be right back with more North of the Broad. Don't go away.